College football is on. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. College football is on. Oh yes, Lord. Divisional round over. We got a lot to cover. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Good evening. Good evening, brothers and sister in the background cooking a dinner. Good evening. Divisional round is over. We are in the aftermath. We got a college football game going on right now behind me right now. Notre Dame just scored 7-0. They had an 18-play drive led by Riley Leonard. Looked like a man possessed, making sure that he gonna get every first down there is to man. But before then, I'll say good evening to y'all, and I will get right to it and let y'all go with y'all picks. Who y'all got?
You go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are tonight's entertainment.
Nothing much. I'm gonna roll history on the side. I'm gonna go with the Fighting Irish. I want history to be made. We've already had bad history made. Let's end it on good history.
I am going with OHIO. Here's why I said that. Because the Buckeyes have faced top 25 defense. And they're 5 and by the way, they're 5-1 against, or they're not 5-1 against the 5-1 against spread against top 25 defense. And they're 6-1 in the last 7 games against top 25 scoring defense. So Ohio State will win this game.
Good evening. Praise the Lord.
Lord.
We will not do that on MLK Day when all this, see, I almost cussed, foolery that happened today.
Oh, please, let's not this.
Shout out. Okay, we will not. Okay, we had so much blasphemy happen today. We want to end the day on a good note and make history. Shout out to the Fighting Irish. Let's go.
It's gonna be difficult, but I think they got enough. They'll have enough to get it done. It's just, I think for me, I just think the Irish, they got one more tank in the gas. It's gonna be difficult because this Ohio State offense is moving as we speak right now, but it's a chess match. I think in order for Notre Dame to win, the score has got to stay low. The minute they get into the mid to high 20s, they're in charted territory.
Good evening. Welcome to the aftermath of the report. Praise the Lord. After I will piggyback off of what Sister said. I am disgusted about what happened today. Today is Martin Luther King Day, and that is all I am thinking about. I am thinking about nothing else. And in honor of Martin Luther King Day, I need the first black head coach to become the national champion. Let's go Fighting Irish. I'm going for the upset too. It's going to be hard. I ain't going to lie to you. It ain't going to be easy. But if that defense can hold up just for 1 or 2 drives, and Notre Dame can turn those 2 3-and-outs into scores, I think Notre Dame might have a shot to win this game. I will take the spread still, though, even though I'll still take the spread.
Yeah.
10 10 points is ridiculous in a national championship game with 2 top 10 defenses. I just don't understand that. But let's get into the meat and potatoes of the evening. Let's go ahead and talk about these divisional rounds that occurred a couple days ago. So let's start with the first one that reside in Kansas City, Missouri. And it will be the Houston Texans having a few bad calls by the referees, which did not, I repeat, did not have an outcome of the game, because in the end of it, there is a guy that always, for some reason in the playoffs, always shines in the great moments. And he is a future first ballot Hall of Famer. And he is number 87. And as long you can, and for some reason, Houston forgot the assignment to cover number 87. And they paid the price in a form of over 116, 17 yards and a touchdown. Or should I say a miracle touchdown by Patrick Mahomes, which he does in the playoffs, not turn over the ball and look good while doing it. Houston got a bright future, but there's levels to this in the playoffs. And for the last 7 years, the Kansas City Chiefs have been going to the AFC Championship game, and here they are again.
The way I see it now is this. I don't know the way. Texas actually played a perfect game. The problem is they couldn't put up points on the board. That's been the problem. So Texas did play a perfect game. Didn't turn the ball over. But however, that offensive line was a third worst in the league, reared its ugly head. And it became, and CJ Stroud was under siege on 8 occasions. That was the Achilles heel, the offensive line of the Houston Texans, which means that they couldn't get Joe Mixon going, even though they're gonna give CJ Stroud time to throw the ball. Okay, I'm not gonna blame the defense. Defense did all you can do. But that offensive line was the Achilles heel. Why I say that? Because 8 sacks, that is unacceptable if you're Houston Texans offensive line. 8 sacks is unacceptable. Offensive line coach. 8 sacks. Normally you don't win the game and you don't pull up points to give your defense a chance to fight, to hold down the fort. So that's what I mean. Because Kansas City, let's be honest with you, Kansas City did not. No one who played good was Travis Kelce. That's it. Everybody else, I wasn't impressed, including Patrick Mahomes. That's my thoughts on it. I'll leave some more meat and potatoes on you. That's my storyline for it.
Well, this is just about a repeat of what happened to them when they played in Kansas City a few weeks ago. Only difference was Houston had Tank Dell, and when we know the story of what happened with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So when you lose that kind of firepower in the middle of the field, it compromises your offense to the point where you're only doing is running the ball. And all you got to do is stop the run. It's an easy day for Kansas City defense. That's why they won the game. I mean, I know CJ and them say that, and everybody was saying that, yeah, they had the refs in their pockets. And it could be true, but even about the refs in their pocket, they slow down Nico Collins. They hit C.J. Stroud as much as they wanted, and there was nothing they can do about it. So Texans was just undermanned, and you can't go into you can't go into Kansas City undermanned. So to see that, it was just a bad sight. That's a walking touchdown. So it's just going to be another year for them. It's just a little bit disappointment. I think if they bring everybody back and be fully healthy, I think they'll be a team to be reckoned with. But they need to get it done soon because the way that the AFC is growing, it's going to be a dog-eat-dog world. And if you don't make the adjustment, you're going to be behind. Stay ahead.
You cannot leave these games in the hands of the refs. Let me say that again for the people in the back. You cannot leave these games in the hands of the refs because when you do, whoever's the bigger face will always win. The end. See you next year, Texas.
Well, let's move on to the next game that happened. Going to the Motor City. I know we all have something to say on this game, but I'm going to keep it very simple. When you turn the ball over 5 times in the playoffs, you expect to win any game?
No, not at all.
Nope.
I don't care what team it is. I don't know if y'all understand that 3 teams in the divisional round turn the football over. But look here, y'all realize something? All 3 teams that turn the football over, where they at?
On the couch? Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah.
See, what Detroit need to understand is, despite of you being decimated on defense, Shannon Sharp says this the best. When you turn the football over, you play double the price. And the Washington Commanders made sure that you paid the price every single time you turn the football over, because you know what happened when you gave it to the Commanders? The Commanders turned it into points. Whatever it was 7 or 3, and majority of the time it was 7. Jared Goff, once again in the postseason, you played like rat ass. You did it in the Super Bowl against us. Now you're doing it again when you were the number 1 seed and y'all had Super Bowl aspirations. And everybody's saying that this is a successful season for Detroit. No, the hell it ain't. This was your year to go to New Orleans. This is a failure. The Commanders weren't supposed to go in your house and beat you up like that. Now, let's turn it around and talk about Jaden Daniels. He is the best rookie quarterback ever in NFL history. Am I wrong for saying that?
No, not at all.
Nope.
He is the first quarterback as a rookie to win not 1, but 2 playoff games on the road. Not only he went in Tampa Bay and win, he went in one of the most hostile environments, looking like the lion's den in the Daniel story in the Bible, and literally tamed everybody in Detroit and made Detroit Lions fans look really, really sad. And I felt for them, even for Dan Campbell. I felt for Dan Campbell because his press conference was everything. He had he gave full accountability just like Jared Goff did. But boy, in the words of Haha Davis, in his play, F you, Jared Goff.
You want me to start this, Rob, or you want it? Jared Goff is 5-5 in postseasons. Now, which one you want me to count? The losses or the wins? Which one you want?
Doesn't matter.
Okay, I'll give you the losses. Here's who did Jared Goff lose to, besides Jaden Daniels. He lost to Matthew Stafford. He lost to Tom Brady. He lost to, at the time, Aaron Rodgers was there. And he lost to Brock Purdy. Those are the five he lost to.
I will say before you continue, all five of them years, at some point, Jared Goff was the best quarterback in the league at some point.
At some point, he was the best quarterback lead during that Super Bowl run. When he we took on the Patriots and lost to Tom Brady. Now the five that he won against: Dak Prescott, Drew Brees, Geno Smith, Matthew Stafford, Baker Mayfield.
So I think where you're going with it is he beat subpar quarterbacks, but he couldn't beat the elite ones.
There.
And if you want to be mentioned in the elite group, you have to beat the elite quarterbacks. But Jaden Daniels is not even, well,
he's not there yet. He's there now. He's there now.
I was about to tell you. You said what? He's not the
No.
quarterback now.
He's there now. Now, if he beats Jalen Hurts this week, we don't have no discussions. There is no more discussions.
It'll be a different discussion.
Yeah, but
he will be the first rookie quarterback to ever be in a Super Bowl.
Correct. But them 5 turnovers that cost the Lions. This is why I call it the Commander Shock. And Detroit fans didn't see this coming. Detroit had a bad weekend. Let's see here. Your hockey team lost, your football team lost, and your basketball team lost. All on the same night. But when you have 5 turnovers, you're not going to win the game. And I'm glad Jared Goff was I took full responsibility. Because you're right. You was responsible for 4 of them things. The other one was Jameson Williams. But you was responsible for the 4 of them things. And shout out to the Washington Commanders offensive line. They kept Jaden Daniels clean. He didn't see not one sack, not one person coming for him. The point of being of this, Jaden Daniels has put not only the NFC East on notice, but he put the NFC on notice now. At least some of the plates for everybody else. I'd spread the wealth. I'm good.
Now, didn't I say last week that I would not be surprised if they won?
Correct.
That's why I'm not surprised, because I've been saying all year long that Washington would be the team that would surprise people. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as much as it's breaking news to y'all, for me, it's broken news. I explained it last week. Changing in leadership, starting from top to bottom, is contagious in a good way. And when it's contagious in a good way, you see moments like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Jared Goff, you know you can't turn the ball over 5 times. By the way, this is the second time this year you've turned over the ball 5 times. But this time it backfired on you. This is not the Houston Texans. The Washington Commanders has something to prove. Let's just call it what it is. The Commanders are a bunch of misfits that was cast away to this team that band together for a different cause.
Mm-hmm.
And they have shocked everybody ever since. Didn't shock me, but like Kobe said, and I'm with them on this, good win, job's not done yet. And I have a funny feeling. This is the one team the Eagles did not want to see in the NFC Championship game. This is the only one they did not want to go up against.
Hell no.
Oh, and it's the rubber match. So
They both split.
Go ahead, Rob.
So
I
for
ain't
them,
interrupt.
so for them to be for the Eagles, I know we're going to get into it. Last game was probably this actually his name properly. It was their best game they played all playoff long. This was the game that, I mean, granted it's their first game, but that's the Eagles team that people has been waiting on to see. If they keep that consistency going, they can make it in. I just have a funny feeling if there's one team that can get Philadelphia off their rails, it's the Washington Commanders. So once again, I ain't gonna be surprised if the Washington Commanders win, and I'll even go even further. I won't be surprised if they win it all.
Have you been to my university lately?
Oh, he ain't wrong because I'm there
No,
with him. I'm there with him.
no.
I'm there with him
Yeah.
because one thing I've noticed, you realize this man has only been sacked once.
In the playoffs.
Yep, he only took
He's
one
only
sack.
been sacked once. He
That
has
was
not turned the football
okay.
over at
Mm-mm.
all.
No, not at
And this
all.
is a
No.
rookie. And this is a
Oh,
rookie.
and by the way, congratulations, Dan Quinn. You're the coach of the year. No discussion.
Yeah.
Ain't no discussion
Yeah.
no more about it.
Nah.
And I was one of them that been raving about him from the time they had that comeback against them dirty ass Bears.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah. Another thing. So what you're saying to me is, Rob, is this? There's an old song called "This is for the Eagles." So when I see the Commanders, they try to sing "Feet Don't Fail Me Now." Now.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Well. Let's get to this next game because it has everything to do with that.
Hold on. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Rams, y'all must have forgot the assignment. Rob, they forgot the assignment. There was another team that was victimized by turning the football over.
Yeah.
And the first time they faced against Saquon Barkley almost had 300 yards by himself. So Saquon Barkley said, let me go ahead and give you an encore. You know what? How about I do 205 in the playoffs? That's 2 touchdowns. With a 60-yarder and a 70-yarder to the house. Rams, you ain't understand. And not only that, you let Jalen Hurts have a 46-yard run to start the game. Y'all forgot the assignment of stopping the run. Matthew Stafford, didn't I share with y'all a stat about Matthew Stafford playing in cold weather?
It's not that good.
Nope. Mario Tua.
He doesn't play as bad as Tua.
He don't play as bad as Tua, but the end result would still be the same.
Right.
And I told these guys during our production meeting, I told them, I said, look, you see Stafford? Stafford don't win in the cold. Stafford don't like snow.
1-8.
I saw this coming. This was Philly all over it. Did I see them? Did I see Saquon running for another 200 yards? No, I thought he was going to run for at least 150. But once again, the Rams forgot the assignment, and now they sit in their ass home.
Yeah. I give the Rams credit a little bit because at first, granted, outside of that 44-yard gash, it looked like they found a way to beat them because they were on a roll offensively. Kyron Williams was doing what he needed to do best. And in the defense, which has been the most surprising defense of them all, but it wasn't surprising for me because with Verse and Fisk, those two bookends, I'm telling y'all, that's going to be a problem for years to come. I believe the Rams defense is starting to get back to where they were. Like they said, it's always hard to replace a Hall of Famer. But when you got two guys that can do the same thing and they've already got chemistry, it works out. So I think they'll be okay defensively. It's time for the Rams to find two things. One, another slot wide receiver because I don't believe Cooper Kupp is going to be there next year.
No.
And two, the most important position. I believe Stafford's got 2 years left before he sits down completely. It's a great comeback from what he had from the vertebrae injury. I think he did very well this year. I think they overachieved from where they were, especially defensively. So to see that already for the Rams, it is a great sight. It'll be a great sight for whatever quarterback comes through the door because you're not dealing with a team that's broken and they need a fresh start. You got a team that's on the cusp of becoming great again. So it can be done. For the Eagles, this is exactly what you wanted. Cold weather, snow, Saquon. Easy day. Easy day for the Eagles. But the snow will be gone next week, and you're going to deal with a guy who just don't care. So, Jalen Hurts, you have escaped a day where you did not have to throw as much.
We'll have to next week.
You ain't gonna have no choice next week because in order for you to win, you're gonna have to throw. Because Bobby Wagner, Allen and Payne, and the rest of those guys,
Ain't having that.
they's coming. Dan Quinn ain't gonna let you do that to him. So, whatever hate that you have for these Washington Commanders, you better bring all of it and then some. Because if you don't, you ain't going to New Orleans in 2 weeks.
You're right about one thing, Rob. They do need to deal. They need to deal with the quarterback, and maybe they'll get a quarterback in the draft next year. Because like this, Stafford will be 37 in February in a couple weeks. So he'll have a couple of years left. He got 2. He has like His contract ends in 2026. So 2027 he's becoming a free agent. But he'll be near 40. 39 to be exact, respectfully. So you're right about that. I think for Rams to get a quarterback next year might be the best option. Because right now the quarterback for this year coming out, it ain't too many of them coming out this year.
Mm-mm.
Now back to the game, but there's some wide receivers coming out, so they can address that. There are some wide receivers coming out this year, so they can address the wide receiver situation. So that's one thing. Secondly, somebody we was talking that morning, yesterday morning, saying that Sean McVay had never let a person rush over 100 yards in postseason. And I told this person it's going to happen today. And Saquon went 2 times the amount, like you said. This was the Saquon Barkley show. And my concern with this one is Jalen Hurts, and both Jalen Hurts and Matthew Stafford was under siege. Jalen Hurts got hit with 7 sacks, and Matthew Stafford got hit with 5 sacks. And correct me if I'm wrong, is this the Philadelphia Eagles team, offensive line, are they supposed to be like the top 5?
Try top 2, and I ain't talking 2.
Okay then. Only behind Detroit. Are they supposed to be top 2? Okay. So they're good at opening up the whole blocking for Saquon. But what's up with that pass protection? And most of the time, those 7 sacks, I'm going to say 4 to 5 of them I hold Jalen Hurts responsible.
Yep, for holding the ball too long.
There you go. And I'm holding Jalen Hurts responsible for 4 or 5 of them. Don't hold the ball too long. And my thing is this: when you got this. My thing is with this Eagles team, I have no concerns because that defense is starting to rear its ugly head. That passing defense, because you realize in later 4th quarter that Matthew Stafford was attacking the middle, that soft area middle zone.
The same one the Washington Commanders attacked when they were at home.
There you go. And I think we found the Eagles defense kryptonite. That soft middle.
Well, you gotta remember, Dean is out for the rest of the
Dean
season.
is out for the year.
That's why they're attacking it.
And guess what?
Dean, you can attack Braun.
Oh, guess what? Until the Eagles figure it out to get that situation fixed, I'll attack that all day long. Not my problem.
Because even when they ran the ball, once they get to that second level, Kyron Williams was having a good day until he fumbled the ball.
Mm-hmm. And the Eagles offensive line is 19th.
Well, overall,
they're 1. They were number 1 in the beginning, but they ranked 19th because of protection of the ball. Because no, wait a minute, yeah, protection of the ball. He's just waking up. He'll come on the line. Don't worry. So in any event, the point of being is this: that congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles on winning the game, but your grand prize for this is seeing Jaden Daniels for the 3rd time. And if you don't believe me how this don't go, why don't you go ask your fellow brother up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, see how that went when you face the same team 3 times. Didn't look good.
I will say this, and I agree with Rob. Jalen, you want to get to New Orleans? Tell you right now, Bobby Wagner them gonna be ready because they faced y'all 2 times before, and it's kind of very interesting because when it gets to the 3rd time, the rubber match usually be low scoring. So we anticipate this divisional matchup to be a dog fight. I don't even want to bring this man in. You know
you do. You know you do because we're going to I want to dog the hell out of him. There's a reason for him. Please bring him up.
oh, man. You being late, Tom, or you just woke up. Stay right there. But
Cause I want to send a message to hey Rob and Chef. Is it all right I can send a message to this guy? Is it all right once he get on here?
Go ahead and tell him right now.
Sir.
Good evening to you too.
Good
evening to you.
How you doing? We supposed to be here at 8:00, not 8:45, not 8:05, not 8:26.
Eastern.
8:00. If you ain't got my money or my bud, well, guess what? Never mind about that. But sir, I need to ask you something. How is Jerry Jones sick to his stomach to see his old office coordinator and his old defense coordinator are in the NFC Championship game? I gotta ask you that. Is he sick to his stomach?
And not only that, players that was on the team from last year, veterans, they're in the Super Bowl. They're in the championship, the NFC Championship game. Yep. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. It is what it is.
That's all you know.
When it comes to the coordinators, the system didn't work for Dallas. It didn't work for the players. It's all about the system for the players if it fits them. The scheme. The scheme didn't. Dan Quinn. That's a foot in the ass right now. I ain't even gonna front.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's an interesting question that he asked you. How we feel that y'all let go of the defensive coordinator, now head coach of the Washington Commanders, and now they are 1 game away of possibly going to a 4th Super Bowl with a rookie quarterback.
It's hurtful because you know what? The defense, they love Dan Quinn. The defense, they love Dan Quinn, and of course they definitely missed him. But the crazy thing was my team loved Dan Quinn so much that some of the players followed him. That's love right there. They didn't even care about resigning back with Cowboys with Dallas. They went with him. And he got signed. And then other vets went with him. When you add a Bobby Wagner and Marshall Lattimore and Doris Armstrong, you add these vets to a team like Washington that got talent, you see what's going on. Anything is possible. They balling. Washington is balling right now, and Dan Quinn, he's a great coach.
Just say
he should definitely.
Just say he's the coach of the year. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm about to say that. I would say he definitely should. They definitely should change their mind. Give him coach of the year, for real. Instead of Jaden McDaniels being just rookie of the year, there's a chance that man could get MVP. He should be getting MVP of the league.
Whoa.
Serious. I like Josh Allen, but no.
Hey,
I'm just saying.
Hey, but you know what? Shut up.
He's not wrong, y'all. It's
Whoa,
just
whoa,
not.
whoa, 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 whoa. Not
I
you
was,
too.
I
I,
was
I,
getting ready. I was getting ready to say just not this year.
okay, thank you. Thank you.
But we do. But the only reason why I'm saying he's not wrong because remember, we did talk about him possibly being in. We all did. We all
I
said
know
he would
that,
possibly
but
be in
what he
weeks ago.
he's talking about right now, and let me explain to
Well,
you
hold on.
something.
Well, this is the thing. If you're
Let me
looking at
bring him
it,
back in. I'm
hold
bringing
on.
back in.
This man, look
If
what
he's
this
talking
man,
about
look what
right
this man
now,
just did. Look what he just did.
no,
He
but he's
went to
not
Tampa
wrong.
Bay.
If you're looking at the body of work right
He went to
now,
Tampa
as
Bay, unexpectedly beat Baker Mayfield.
he's been the best quarterback.
And then he went to the house that y'all was the team, the house that y'all was talking about. The team won't be in the Super Bowl, and he went. Look what he did to them. I mean, and not only that, look at his stats for the season.
All I can say is
I'm
this:
not here.
if they did not vote already, if the
That
voting was
part,
still going on right now, he would be considered for MVP right now.
I
absolutely.
agree with you with
We need to
that,
put you. We need to put
but
you in the timeout box.
no, because there was a man that resides in Buffalo that put the team on his back last night, and y'all forgot, and y'all still disrespecting him.
No,
I
no,
no, no,
no.
no, 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 no. I don't want to hear it. This man put the team on his back in the biggest game last night.
He did.
He
He
didn't.
did.
He didn't rely on receivers. He didn't rely on James Cook. He didn't. The defense helped him, but you know who went ahead and scored most of the production?
He did.
Number 17. Okay, that's your MVP. The big game was last night at 6 o'clock. Jaden Daniels go get offensive rookie of the year. Yes, I agree he should be in the MVP conversation. But don't you dare come on my show tonight and tell me that the MVP is he.
Not yet.
Well,
Not yet.
here's
Not
my
yet.
well,
Not now.
here's the thing. As much as you said that Josh Allen played well, here's the problem. I can't say that either because he still ain't beat the number one. We'll
I
find
know
out
that.
next week.
I agree with you with that too. But we're not talking, we didn't even point in the conversation of Mahomes. We didn't even talk about Mahomes.
But that's because when Brady was on board, you said the same thing with Mahomes. He is
No,
Who?
no,
good.
no, 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 no.
Who?
You
Hear
said
what I'm
he's good
saying.
until Brady walks through the door. Well, I'm saying
No,
the
no, no,
same thing with Josh.
no,
You
no, no,
want to
no.
beat
Hear what
Josh?
I'm saying.
You want to beat him? Go to his
Hear,
house
no,
and beat
hear me out what I'm saying, Rob. I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. All I'm saying is, as far as you want to compare with Jaden Daniels and as far as MVP conversation, I will put Josh Allen there. No, Josh Allen got a different beast that he have to deal with next week. This is a man he has never beat before in playoff competition.
In the playoffs, he hasn't beat him.
He has
him. But that's
never
what matters
beat
the
this
most.
man in the playoff competition. And
That's what
this
matters.
is this is the best team that he is going into Arrowhead with.
Hold on.
So
I got something to say.
Well,
sure.
Okay.
yeah, it's your team.
So Rob and I were watching something and we noticed this stat. What's the stat, babe?
Anytime the person that wins the the All Pro is an All Pro on the quarterback side.
On the first team.
Hey, let me get it out.
Okay.
Man,
Jesus. You asked me to quote the stat, and you go tell the stat.
Okay.
The last 13 years, the person who's been All Pro quarterback number one has won the MVP award. So as much as I would love to give it to Josh, the stat doesn't lie. Lamar has done something that that only one other quarterback in this generation has done, and that's Aaron Rodgers. So as much as this game was good for Josh Allen, the voting ended on the 18th week.
Right. I understand what you're
So no
saying.
matter
But,
what, no, I'm talking about for this before I leave. No, I'm saying for this before I leave, because he's saying Josh Allen is the MVP. I can't do that because the fact that if we're looking at a body of work and head-to-head matchup, guess who Josh Allen lost to?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying for me and Can't Get Right's point. The only thing we're saying is the voting needs to continue throughout the playoffs.
That's right. Let's go.
And if it's going by the play, if it's still going by the playoffs right now,
Jaden is the man right now.
Daniels.
This is a Jaden Daniels award. But since the season is over,
Josh Allen will get it.
Everybody starts 0-0.
The Margon game.
You're not gonna ignore over 40 touchdowns and under 5 interceptions. You're not going to underlook it. I get that Josh Allen finally stopped turning the ball over. It took him 5 years to stop turning the ball over. Great job. Congratulations.
Yeah, right. But here's the problem, though, and I'm going to explain about this game. You decided to wait till this game to want to turn the football over. You, not just you, your best friend. Your best friend decided to want to fumble the football and make it even worse before I give it to one and only first. I'm going to give it to one and only first. You don't get to speak, sir. I only want to hear one person after me. And the person know who it is. But one thing I will say. Him and the best friend is to blame on this game. They both turned the football over. And one of the best tight ends in the National Football League dropped the one pass that he should not have dropped.
Yeah.
Now, the one person that I want to hear can speak.
Good evening.
Thank you.
So, what I got to say is this. This game was pivotal for us to prove a point, and we did not prove that point. What I will say is that I agree with you, Chef. This game falls on people not having their hands together. Shout out to Isaiah Likely because he was the only one. Him and Rashad Bateman. Those were the only two that had their hands together for this whole game.
Mm-hmm.
We're not used to Lamar making these careless mistakes until he gets into the playoffs. And this is starting to become a pattern that we're tired of. As far as Mark Andrews, I have no words for him. His, in the words of Antonio, his hands was made for decoration yesterday. And I was just severely disappointed with the way he had some good catches, but severely disappointed. I will not, though, take away the perception of we are not a good cold weather playing team. Never have been, for the most part. And snow, rain, ice does play a huge variable when you got a team like Buffalo. And that works to their benefit. So I will not sit here and I'm not going to absolve myself of saying, like, that wasn't a huge determining factor. Oh, and another person who gets a lot of credit for not effing up today, Justin Tucker didn't miss a kick.
He's clutch in playoffs. I wasn't.
So I will have to give him. Yeah,
he's straight in the playoffs. We ain't no concern about him.
You don't worry about him.
He good.
Yeah, but in hindsight, very frustrated, very disappointing. There's gonna be some shifts in my team, and I know that. But we're in the position now This threshold is an expectation. Anything less than this is not acceptable. And I yield my mic.
I'll get my hands on the coordinators.
Amen.
Okay, I didn't even talk about that.
And I'm glad you did.
Amen. I was just about to say the coordinators.
The coordinators.
I'm disappointed in
I'm gonna say John Harbaugh. I'm gonna say John Harbaugh too.
Hold on.
I'm not going at John. I'm going at the coordinators. There's a reason why I'm going at the coordinators.
If you don't go to the coordinators, you gotta go to the coach.
Nah.
They all work together.
Nah.
But in this team's particular case, no. Keep forgetting, John is a special teams coach. That's his area. That's where he grew up on. He's a leader of men, but when it comes to running offense and defense, he let his coordinators do it, which is why I'm going at them. Todd Monken, I get it. The engine was not running early, but you had other parts to the car that was running just fine. When you had Justice Hill running, you had Keon Mitchell going. You didn't let Lamar use his legs like he wanted to, and I get it. Matt Milano was on him. But at some point, guess how you can tire Matt Milano out? Making him run. You could have made him chase, and that could have been the end of Matt Milano, and we could have had a different story. So you deviated away from the running game again, just like you did last year, again, which cost y'all the Super Bowl. Again. So that's coordinator number one I'm gunning after. Now, the one I'm definitely gunning after is the one that we haven't, that's been the issue all year long, and it's Zachary Orr.
16 times, you stupid idiot, Todd Monken.
Yeah,
16 times, you idiot.
No.
Well, this is the thing. I didn't even mind the 16 times as long as you gave Lamar at least 12 of the other 16. If you gave Lamar 12 design runs along with Derrick Henry 16, and Justice Hill could get 8, that's a steady diet of the run that they couldn't stop.
And they gave Lamar none.
That's my point.
I don't
but now
understand
now
the
let me get my hands on Zachary Orr, who has been the problem since day one.
Mm-hmm.
I get it that y'all lost y'all defensive coordinator to the Seattle Seahawks, and that sucked because he made y'all top 5 defense for 2 years in a row. But Zachary Orr, you were a Raven. You of all people know better how a defense works, and you let this defense be almost below 20. They barely cracked 20 on defense. Granted, were they injured some of the times? Absolutely. But that's no excuse. His defense was top 5 last year and had no issues of trying to stop the run, let alone the pass. But now this year, you made this defense look extremely worse than they were last year. This falls on you. I get it's year 1, but you still have the pieces to make it work. And you did not make it work at all defensively. So as much as I get that, yes. And Lamar made it very clear. They didn't punt the ball yesterday. The only reason why they got off the field is because of turnovers. That's literally it. Those 3 turnovers got them off the field. But they were going down the field running the ball. And I get it. But when you deviate from the plan on both sides of the ball, this is what you're going to get. So I give Buffalo credit. They did one thing that no team has done all year to Lamar. They put a spy on him.
Mm-hmm.
And they put a good enough spy, and I said this and I also said this. The minute that Matt Milano comes back to Buffalo, that defense is going to be tremendously better. And that's exactly what happened. The minute he came back in December, this defense that's been undermanned, underrated, the sooner that their heartbeat get back on there, they turn to a whole nother defense. And I like how Buffalo's defense has been great. My only concern has been the ultimate problem. And it's only been one person that's gotten over him. Can somebody else do it? The boogeyman is the only one that's gotten past this part of the season within the last 5 years. And I hate to say this, he still might be the only one that can get past this part of the season. Mm-hmm. But can Josh prove me wrong? We'll find out next Sunday.
We're about to find out next Sunday on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
But for right now, I can shake your hand and say, good job. You got past the ugly part. Now you got to, as they say, now you got to see the final boss.
Yeah. See, either you ready or you're not.
Mount Mahomes and Kelsey.
And the worst part of Baltimore is this was one of 2 years that you're going to have left with this.
Yep.
Next year will probably be the absolute last year. This team is going to be
Last
the
chance.
dominant team of what you got.
Last chance.
As much as, and like I said, as much as we talked about Josh Allen had the pressure, this is why we said in the beginning of the season going on, if you're looking at a team that has the most pressure to prove, it's the team that lost. Because of the expectations and everything they had underneath them.
Mm-hmm. I mean, my thing about that game was you didn't follow your offensive scheme that you're supposed to do. Why Derrick Henry only got the ball 16 times instead of 20? You should have kept feeding him. Should have kept feeding him. You should have kept feeding him. That's what I said. That's my problem. I mean, Lamar, he did okay. I mean, he threw an interception and stuff like that. It happens. But yeah, like I said, yeah. You bought this man to Baltimore, and last week, you ran him over 20 times, and look what y'all did. Y'all won. Y'all only ran him 16. I mean, why change? Why if it ain't broke, why fix it? You know what I'm saying? Keep it going. So yeah, I was gonna say the coordinator. I would say the coordinator is the reason why Baltimore lost the game. But that snow in Buffalo's that's a different kind of snow up there. That cold up there is a different kind of cold. But I mean, Baltimore did have a good season this year.
The thing is, with it is this. This is why the offense missed Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers was missed. If now Zay Flowers from last week, you didn't even because Derrick Henry took care of that deal. But this is the time you needed Zay Flowers for deep passes. Yes, sir. For deep passes and big plays. Oh, by the way, at least he can catch.
I ain't gonna go there.
At least he can catch and make big plays.
He fumbles too.
Hold on. I sit there, be quiet for a good 5-10 minutes. Let 1, 2, 3 go. All right. So that thing. But that's why I say this. Everybody blame the coordinators, which is true. Because I don't understand why Tom Monken, like I said, they feed the man 20 times, 25 times. And I didn't understand that. But on Buffalo, I give a shout out to somebody that turned back the clock. Old man Miller turned back the clock. Because those 2 fumbles, especially the one that Von Miller picked up, was a turning point. Where they got Josh Allen in the offense, basically almost in the red zone. I say this to you. I say Buffalo, yeah. And now I can't say this year king yet because if he wins, get past the demon known as Mahomes, he got to exercise that demon. If he gets past the demon and wins the Super Bowl, hey, I'll throw him and say he is truly the king of Buffalo.
He ain't gonna get
I will throw that up. He is a true king of Buffalo.
Can't get right. Listen, with how this year has been with the NFL, God knows what the hell happened. So you can't say never in this instance. Not this year. Well, we didn't
No.
anticipate. We didn't anticipate Jaden Daniels to make it this far. We didn't anticipate. We did anticipate the Eagles to go far, but not like how they're going far with just Saquon Barkley leading the charge. We anticipate my homeboy and them to be able to kind of like limp their way to the playoffs, even though they're still winning. And we didn't anticipate at all that Buffalo was going to make it this far dealing with less talent. So we got 4 different storylines, and we don't know which 2 is going to live for another 2 weeks.
Right.
Because right now, you could honestly say that Washington could beat Philly. It's a divisional game, and you know how divisional games get.
Now, Chef, there's something that popped in my head a while ago. Imagine if we gonna see that rematch Super Bowl that happened 32 years ago, 33 years ago. Buffalo versus Washington.
No.
A rematch from the top for that Super Bowl. This happened in Minnesota.
Well, in which Buffalo did not win that one either.
That is correct.
Where's the Super Bowl gonna be at this year?
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
When Brady got his first one in New Orleans.
Yeah, yep, he's right. Yep, that's when got his first one.
That's why
Oh,
Goat Jr.
wait a minute. Oh,
It don't look good for Notre Dame right now.
I was just about to say that. Can't get right. Marcus Freeman got a tough hill to climb with Ohio State getting the ball to start the second half. Down 14.
We'll be all right.
What?
We'll be all right.
What?
We'll be all right.
I'll tell you this much. Y'all don't stop them after this half.
You gonna be all right.
I mean, you got LeBron. You got LeBron at the game. Way on Ohio State stuff.
Hey,
oh Lord, and LeBron. Oh Jesus.
You drunk on that Lobos?
Oh, I just read the stats. Yeah, it don't look good for Notre Dame because Ryan Day has a record of 58-4 when leading at the half. That's nearly that's like an 80 over 80 nearly 85% rate.
Okay.
That's not okay for you?
Yeah, it'd be okay.
Okay.
They just gotta tighten up.
But any of it.
They gotta tighten up. They gotta tighten up. They gotta execute more.
Don't worry, the Reaper waiting for you.
Mm-hmm.
Looking like a rat ass out there in the first half.
Oh yeah, hey Rob, did you went out there and try something like gumbo? Hey Rob, we was in New Orleans. You went out there and get some of that gumbo?
Oh, you know we getting gumbo when we go to New Orleans. We trying everything out there in New Orleans. Gumbo, fish.
Okay, you go get gumbo. I go get gator.
Yeah, I'm gonna put some
Gator is good. I had gator.
Yeah,
I did have the gator out here. Not in New Orleans. I had it in Louisiana though.
You can have the gator and all of that. I'll pass.
No, gator, man. Gator's actually good, man. Gator's actually good. It tastes like chicken.
Tastes like chicken.
It really do. It really do. I'm so serious.
Right, has the same texture as chicken almost.
It has the same texture. The only difference is it has the sea taste. If you know what I mean.
Salty.
Yeah, salty.
It's real salty.
Yeah.
You don't need to put nothing on it.
Oh, that's easy. They had to brine it. That's all. But anyway, what's the next subject?
Can I move on while y'all While y'all grossing my insides.
Go ahead.
Let's move on. Well, coaching seats is being filled. We have one. We have now that the Chicago Bears had decided to hire one of the hottest acquisitions in this coaching cycle. They managed to get an offensive coordinator for Caleb Williams and his development. They went and got a man in their own division, Ben Johnson, and also there are news saying that Dennis Allen could be the defensive coordinator for the Bears as well.
Win.
Any reactions so far?
Touchdown Bears!
They got a touchdown. Big touchdown.
Great pickups.
Big touchdown for the Bears.
Great pickups. I
I
agree.
know Antonio has been hot on that GM of the Bears, and I know he's one of our own, but this is why I would not give him the hot seat right now. He's from last year. You grabbed Caleb Williams, you re-signed DJ Moore, you brought Keenan Allen in, you got Romeo Doomsday, you kept the defense the way it was intact. The problem was the ultimate problem that he should have addressed last year. But he did it now, and now Caleb Williams has now got an offensive. He's not only got a head coach, but he's got an offensive coordinator. He's got 2 for 1. So it's a great move for them. Defensively, Dennis Allen is going to make this defense even better than they already were. I think it's going to be a good look for them for next year. I think, for me, if everything falls into place, Caleb humbles himself, the quarterback that we know he can be, the Bears could be my team next year that I could pick to shock everybody. But I ain't going that far yet because it's still early. We still got a whole season to go. Still new acquisitions that still need to be in place. Probably by draft time I can make my decision then. But for right now, Bears look like they got themselves winners.
Lone Wolf?
Leave that GM alone.
Hell no. Hell no. I'll be on his ass every chance I get.
He's making moves that
I don't care. He's making moves like that. He been in my target. He been in my target range. Hold on. Let me say he said Lone Wolf. He didn't say nobody else. Let me phone something. I love Ben Johnson getting a head coaching job. Not this one.
Where else is he going to go?
He gotta go somewhere else. Somewhere else.
Well, the Raiders is looking at him too, you know.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't go to Raiders. Hell no.
Exactly. Did you want him? Because Tom was trying everything to get him.
Yeah, hell no.
With that, I did.
Hell no. I ain't gonna go there. Exactly. I know. No. But I guess I have no choice but to embrace it. I'm glad Ben Johnson getting a head coaching opportunity. I think he'll do well. He's been with the system under Dan Campbell for the last 3 years at least. The problem I got with this situation is this. I don't like Caleb Williams. Not Caleb Williams as a football player. He's talented, but he doesn't check his ego. And that's my problem. And that's my problem with Caleb Williams. And until he check his ego at the door, I can't like him. And that's why DJ Moore had a problem with Caleb Williams. DJ Moore had a problem with him. And I don't know about Keenan Allen, but DJ Moore I know had problems with Caleb Williams this season. He trusted more of Justin Fields than Caleb Williams. And now look at you. And don't forget, just because you made moves to get Ben Johnson, you're not safe. at all. Because if the Bears don't make the postseason next year, I'm not going to look at Ben Johnson. I'm going to look at you. And this time, no one can come save you. This time, you can't throw nobody under the bus. This is going to be all on you.
I'm just gonna say something. Hold on, Rob.
There you go.
Hey, Wolf.
Good.
When this season started, you was hard on Josh Allen. Look what Josh Allen is doing.
I'm not talking about Josh Allen. We're talking about Chicago Bears.
I'm talking. Hold on, my turn. You was hard on Josh Allen when the season started, and look what Josh Allen is doing this year. Now going into next year, you talking about the Bears and the GM, and you about to put the hopes on the Bears to really do good next season.
I don't give a damn, but continue.
He's going.
He's right.
Rob, we stay out of this.
Okay.
I really think I think that was a great move by Chicago with picking up Ben Johnson. I mean, I wish he would win somewhere else. I'm not gonna go there. But at the end of the day, that was a nice move. I definitely I definitely hope that his scheme works for the team. I hope he can knock down Caleb Williams' ego, cockiness and stuff, because eventually one of the NFL players is gonna knock the snot nose out of him. Maybe his ego go away then. Give him a concussion real quick where he can wake up to reality and just play the fucking game and have fun instead of being.
You didn't see how much time, you didn't see the reaction of how he looked when he was sitting down, laying down on the sideline, looking like he about to die.
Mm-hmm.
With all the hits that he was taking.
I don't think it was good enough.
He grabbed.
You think he needs some more?
He grabbing them ribs.
Yeah.
Them ribs.
So you think he needs some more?
Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh yeah. He needs some self love. I think the offensive line need to do one play of the Paul Crew. If you remember the longest yard, they didn't block, and they let the motherfuckers. Excuse my friend. They let the motherfuckers come in and try to F-word him up. But see, the only difference in that, Paul Crew did his thing. Caleb Williams is too cocky. He gonna get F-word up. So I think that's what they need. I think they need to let him get mauled a couple of times through the next season.
How you gonna cuss and then try to censor yourself and then keep on cussing? Okay, so hold on. Let me cook on this one too, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Loney, I hate to tell you, who was the first person who had a problem with Caleb Williams?
Oh, besides me?
Let me cook. I was the first person before he got drafted that had a problem with him because I said his ego was an issue. I said his ego was an issue before he got drafted.
She did. I give her that.
He was going to be a problem to any team that he went to because nobody was going to respect him because he hasn't earned respect. He feels like the respect should have been given to him. I'm the number one draft pick, yada, 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 yada. But you're your number one draft pick. You haven't helped your team. You haven't done anything significant. You've been a headache to that team since you've been there.
And let me rebuttal to that part, Ashley.
Go ahead.
And that explains why Jaden Daniels is in the NFC Championship and your ass is sitting at home in Chicago waiting for next season.
I 100% agree with that.
And I'll end it with this. Two things out of this before y'all kept going. First of all, I would not mind having a cocky quarterback. Granted, yes, does he need to have his ego checked? Sure. But give me a cocky quarterback with a little bit of confidence that's got his talents, and you find me a diamond in the rough any day. Second, outside of Jaden Daniels and CJ Stroud, name me another quarterback that came out his rookie year and had a dominant season. I'll wait. I'll wait because there has not been one. Brady didn't have a great rookie season.
I hate
Manning
to say it.
has the most interceptions ever. Drew Brees didn't come off hot. Aaron Rodgers was on the bench for 5 years. Mahomes was on the bench for 3 years.
I want to. Damn, that's a good question. That's a good question.
That's what I'm telling you. I gave you the answer. There ain't none. There's no rookie quarterback that has come out this year, but outside of C.J. Stroud and Jaden Daniels, that came out to a hot start like this. So chill out on the rookie part. The fact that he still threw for over 3,000 yards, the fact that he still in the second half of the season had a better second half of the season than any outside of probably Jaden Daniels and Bo Nix. He had a better second half than almost most of these quarterbacks have had, by the way. He threw less interceptions in the second half of the season than he did the first half of the season. And most of that is by the one person that they let go. The coach. This is strictly on the coach and that horrible offensive line that outside of the Giants, this is the worst. This is the worst offensive line outside of the Giants offensive line. And we knew this going in. It ain't like we didn't know that the Bears offensive line was terrible. They were horrible all year. And Caleb got knocked down, and guess what he ended up doing?
Still playing.
Still played all the games that was available to him, and he kept fighting. Right. So you can see that there's the courage and the heart is there for him to play the game. He just needs help on the offensive side of the ball, and especially the line.
I'm about to say. Wait, Rob. I was about to say he don't need help on offense. He just need a line. I was just about to say that.
Yeah, mostly the offensive line, and he probably needs another running back to give him a hand. But other than that,
been saying that for a long time.
Another running back. I didn't say a starting running back. Another running back. I'm fine with Swift, but in this day and age, you're going to need two in order to survive. Look at all the teams that are in the playoffs right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Every team outside of Philadelphia has two running backs that you can pair off and give the quarterback more help.
And he's injury prone.
But still, he keeps fighting. He did not he got hurt this year, but guess what? Did he miss any games? No. I'm talking about Swift. Well, Swift, that's why I said he's another running back.
That's why I was agreeing with you on that. That's all I was saying.
But I'm going in for Caleb because this is where everybody's having an issue with him. Caleb played all 17 games available. Hurt or not. He played every game. He's got the record for most passing yards by any Bears quarterback that has walked through that door.
He do.
Let that man grow just like we've let Baker Mayfield grow. Baker was a headache just like this. And it took him time. And guess what happened? Look where he's at now. Yes. Sam Darnold was a headache when he was with the Jets. Granted, the Jets were terrible, but he was a headache too. He had to bounce around, and look what happened to him now.
He didn't get you fired this year either.
Exactly. So the one thing about these rookies, you got to give them help. And grace too, but you got to give them help. And I said this from the very beginning since last year. If you fit them to where they were in college, in an offensive scheme, and you put them in the NFL, it's going to work.
So ideally, where should he be?
No, he's good where he's at now.
So you feel like he's in the right team?
And I think he's got the right coach to do it now.
Yeah.
You got to remember, Ben Johnson made Detroit's offense is the top offense, and they had Jared Goff who barely runs a 5.2. Now he's got a guy that can run a 4.5, 4.6. That offensive schemes is going to be ridiculous next year for the Bears. I would not want to play the Bears next year with Ben Johnson as
the coach. Yeah.
You don't want to deal with. You're not going to want to deal with that because they won 7 games this year without really a head coach. They're on the look. You got to remember, and Lone Wolf, don't kill me for this. They're on the same path as we were last year. We just needed a head coach that can give us those extra 3 wins and push us in the playoffs. And look where we're at now.
Ben Johnson is that dude.
Exactly. So you gotta give Caleb time. I get it. He's a number 1 pick. Not all number 1 picks are created equal. But the one thing about the number 1 picks, they're number 1 for a reason.
They're talented.
And you just gotta find it out.
They're gifted. They're not
find it. You got to find it.
Okay, to rebuttal all this. Oh, you still talk? Okay. To rebut. Go ahead.
The issue is humbleness.
But that's what.
And he's been
that
cocky
part.
the entire time.
But he had a right to be because of what he's done.
Yeah, he had a right to be in college. Boo-boo,
In college is different than the NFL, bro.
You pros now. Yeah, you've got to come in here with some humility. Because
for what? I'm fighting for a job that somebody wants. And I'm the quarterback. If I ain't got the cockiness, I don't want to be here.
Okay, I gotta rebuttal that.
You don't have to be cocky.
I gotta rebuttal that.
You gotta be confident.
I gotta rebuttal
confident and do the damn thing.
Every starting quarterback, and Ali would know this. If anybody knows, it would be. Tom Brady has watched every backup quarterback try to take his job, and he told them no. Peyton Manning did the exact same thing. No. Look at Mahomes. Every backup quarterback has been very good to them, but guess where they have been as well? The backup.
But they told Caleb when they drafted him, he was going to be a starting quarterback when he came in this league. He knew that coming in.
But that is
okay. That means you're gonna I'm gonna get this up. I'm gonna rebuttal this. Think about this for a moment. As Chicago Bears, you have Caleb Williams have nobody to compete for a quarterback job. Why? Because all the backup wasn't that damn good. That's the reason why. Now, if you get a quarterback that's hungry and that can compete, that's gonna put Caleb Williams on notice. If you want to believe me, ask Glass Sr. when Jalen Hurts got drafted, and he was on notice. That was a prime example.
Bye bye to him.
And what happened? Glass Sr. got traded or got cut. No, he got traded to Washington, and he didn't do well.
I can say the same thing about Deshaun Watson, but guess what?
Yeah.
Still with Cleveland.
All cash.
Exactly. So it doesn't matter how it is. It just again, the only person they should honestly say you could make this argument for is Lamar. Lamar has been the only argument you can make this for because he came in as a high draft pick and he took Joe Flacco's spot.
Yeah, you can say that.
But all the rest of the quarterbacks,
Joe is old.
It don't matter. Aaron Rodgers is old. Is anybody taking his spot if he's still in the Jets? No.
Well, look who his backups.
It don't matter who the backups are. Look,
I was just about to say, nah.
Flacco was the starter, is the backup, and he should have been the starter.
Wait.
They still went with Deshaun. It's just about who you are.
Yeah.
You've been in this league long enough.
Look at Kirk Cousins and Michael Pennock.
There you go. I mean, granted, that's another one, and Penny's going to end up starting. But I think the better one will be Mac Jones. Mac Jones should be the starting quarterback for Tennessee, but guess who they're going with? No, I said Mac Jones. They're going with Jacksonville. They're going with the guy they paid the money for, which is Trevor Lawrence. So no matter what it is, it's just the fact that
they're better.
It's just where the money is. If your money is set to where you're going to be the starter, guess what we're going to do? I'll pay the starter. Just like in Pittsburgh. Should have been Justin Fields? Absolutely. But if somebody is making $1 million and making $40 million from another team, guess who I'm going to end up playing? The guy that's making $40 million from another team and is going to end up playing. It's not about who's the better one. It's about the cash flow. And right now, the only cash flow they have is the fact that Caleb Williams is on a rookie contract. That's why they're paying everybody else.
Yep.
Get the main time. The Bears will be good next year.
Good point.
I think he'll be in the conversation for most improved.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Caleb. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I put him in a conversation for most improved player for sure.
And plus, Ben Johnson's gonna find another running back anyway because he ran a 2 running back offense. So
Caleb, that's what you want, and that's what he's gonna want. He's gonna want a similar skill set of players that he had in Detroit, in Chicago.
Absolutely.
He's gonna want a Sonic and Knuckles. He's gonna want a Sonic and Knuckles. He already got a good tight end. Got a good tight end in Cumlet.
And he got 3 good wide receivers.
He got 3 good wide receivers. He just needs another back. He need another back and a move line.
2, because Keenan Allen's gonna be a free agent, and we all know Chicago gonna sign him again.
They're gonna re-sign him. He's made it abundantly clear. He's made it abundantly clear. He's only going 2 teams. He's going to stay back in Chicago, or he's going to go back to the Chargers. That's it.
So he might stay in Chicago, but Chicago might give him like a 2-year deal.
That's
at the
fine.
most.
You can get a
Fine.
deal when you got
He on his way.
under-
He on his way to Canton anyway.
Yeah, and plus
Yeah,
you
yeah.
do that anyway with Caleb Williams being on a rookie contract. So you can do whatever you want with that.
Yeah. You ain't got to worry about Caleb Williams until after next year.
And besides, if you're Ben Johnson with all the teams that's vacancy, what's the best team out of all of them?
Yeah.
It's Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as much as you might
But
not like going to Chicago, it's the best one out there.
But question for
You want
Can't
to go
Get
to
Right.
Dallas?
What's up?
Well, Can't Get Right's going to say absolutely.
That's why
What is up with Jerry and his coaching situation?
I heard about that today, according to First Take.
Listen.
No, it was one of the
Listen, that old mofo need to sell the fucking team and give it up. He don't know what the hell he's doing. He just need to go. He is the problem. He's the problem. He needs to go. I don't like Jerry Jones. I really don't. I ain't big on it.
And
And what,
Antonio, and you worry about the Bears GM. You look who the GM for Dallas is, but you worrying about the Bears GM.
yeah.
Humble yourself.
Worry about the wrong thing.
You worry about the wrong one.
What?
Jerry's doing too much. Jerry's doing too much. He need to go.
Jerry's doing too much.
Yep. Yeah,
I ain't even got much to say. I ain't even got much to say on Jerry
Bears
Jones.
GM trying to make progress to move
Hold on, let me pump the brakes. Here's why I can't get on Jerry Jones, because Jerry Jones been doing the exact same thing for almost 13 years.
Not almost.
No, for 30 years.
Not almost 30
Basically,
years.
the entire,
30 years.
Excuse me. The entire time they bought the team. And for the last 30 years, he been doing the same old thing, and it's not going to work. The reason why I got on this GM right now in Chicago, because he passed up on certain players. That's why. And traded Justin Fields, which you didn't need to trade him. That's why. All you needed in Chicago was a simple guard and a receiver and Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Well,
Goodbye, Notre Dame.
But here's the problem.
Goodbye, Notre Dame.
But here's the problem, Antonio. Justin Fields was not his guy. Justin Fields was the other GM's guy. He just happened to inherit him. It was not his guy that he drafted. And you know when GMs want their people, they're going to find the people that they want. My issue with the GM was the fact that he just shut his mouth up. He could have got a first-round pick for Justin Fields, but he opened his mouth. That's my only issue with him. But ever since he got Caleb Williams, he put weapons around him. It ain't like he didn't do it. He did it. He stole Keenan Allen from the Chargers, grabbed Romeo Doomsday. I mean, and got DJ Moore to stay in Chicago. You know how hard it is for people to stay in Chicago?
Mm-hmm.
Very hard.
So for DJ Moore to stay in Chicago, that should tell you that he's committed to Chicago. Granted, the money is good, but also he wanted to be committed to the team. So it ain't like he knew that Caleb Williams coming in was a rook. So for this GM to do everything that he's doing right now and grab Ben Johnson, you can't tell me this man is not really under siege like that, because I got worse GMs that's sitting out there that's trying to at least make this team relevant again, and they can't even do that.
Well, I want to cut in. Can't get my time about the Cowboys. Go ahead.
Cowboys. I'm telling you, I got worse. The Giants are trying to be just as relevant.
Oh man.
So before you come at Chicago's GM, you might want to go to the Giants GM.
Already on the Giants GM already. So you already late for that.
No, I'm gonna let you be like Busta Rhymes. Give me some more.
I ain't got nothing to say to them.
Because as far as concerned, until I want to cut Cowboy time can't get right until Joe Sosa get out of here. Until Joe Sosa get out of here, Giants will never be relevant. Go ahead, can't get right. Talk about your Cowboys and their coaching searching.
I see three coaches that probably would fit the Cowboys right now.
Name them.
Three of them. Kellen Moore, because he got a good. I hate to say it, Kellen Moore would be a good fit because his offensive scheme.
A good old boy for Jerry.
He's a good puppet.
Yep. Continue.
Next.
Yeah, that part. That part. Rex Ryan.
He's not a puppet.
Nah.
I know.
He's not a puppet, and he don't like Jerry Jones, and it won't work. Don't try
And
that. Next.
Rob Ryan didn't like him.
And Robert Saleh.
That sounds like about it.
No, he's not a good puppy either.
Robert Saleh is not a good puppet either.
He can be. Robert Saleh.
That's what I think they're going to get.
Robert Saleh can be a good puppet.
Hell no.
Yeah, he is, because he went.
Look what he did with the Jets.
Yeah,
Even
that's
though
where I was gunning at. Look, he was a good old puppet to the Jets.
It was.
Dion already made it clear. Prime already made it clear he's staying in Colorado.
Thank God.
Well, there goes your hope.
No, I knew he was going nowhere. Do you see all the new players that's coming to Colorado next year?
Yeah.
They're there now.
Why would I want to leave when I got the number 2 quarterback in the nation coming to my team? Not only that, he got guys leaving their team to transfer to Colorado. That defense gonna be crazy. That defense gonna be crazy.
Okay, out of all 3 of the coaches that you named, which one will fit truly to the Dallas Cowboys? Truly.
I like Rex Ryan.
It ain't happening.
And what's the
I know,
reason?
but I like Rex Ryan though, because Rex Ryan don't Rex Ryan don't play. He don't play. I like Rex Ryan.
And you think Jerry Jones and him would get along?
I don't think Jerry gonna get along with none of the head coaches because Jerry too busy trying to be the head coach. Even if he hired Kellen Moore, if he hires Kellen Moore, he's gonna be coaching more than Kellen Moore gonna be coaching.
Exactly, and Kellen Moore's a little child, so it'll work. He's a perfect puppet for him.
But see, and that's the problem. That's the problem.
I mean, but like I told you, until we all know this, until Jerry Jones roll in his grave, ain't nothing gonna change. So you're not gonna be a head coach. You're gonna be a puppet, and Kellen Moore is a perfect puppet. Rex Ryan is not a puppet. Rex Ryan,
no, he's not.
You see him on Get Up every morning. You see him talk about the Cowboys. What make you think Rex Ryan will want to deal with that?
Because Rex Ryan been in that situation quite a few times already. And look what he did with them teams. Look what he did with the Jets. He took the Jets out once. Wait. He not only took the Jets, he took the Jets twice to the AFC Championship.
It's different when you have an owner that wants to be everything else.
Point made. But I mean, I want this year, my team. I'm saying like it is. They need discipline, and as long as Jerry Jones there, you're not going to have no discipline. You're not going to have no discipline.
Have him flying in the chopper every day in practice, looking like everybody's just having fun. Probably have a 9-8 season again, looking like rat ass.
No, I mean, granted, I don't know. We're gonna see with the draft picks because there's a couple of draft picks out there that Michael Parsons put out there that he wants on the team, and I mean Michael Parsons, he is a voice. He has a voice, but the question is, as one of your franchise pieces, as one of the franchise pieces right now on the team, as coaches and Jerry Jones, are you gonna listen to one of your leaders of your team?
No. He hasn't listened to him in 2 years.
That's the problem.
He hasn't listened to him in 2 years.
Huh?
So he ever.
I said he hasn't listened to him in 2 years. Every
got-
time
he got-
they're
he
gonna
got-
draft
He
him.
got wait. He gotta listen to Micah right now if he want Micah on that team.
He should have listened to
Okay.
him for the last 2 years. He was right.
No.
He wanted. He told y'all to draft Queion Mitchell.
Yeah. Jerry Jones drafted this bum ass left tackle.
Exactly.
My concern with y'all, with the Cowboy, and I'm looking at some of the free agency marketing coming on here, is y'all in trouble. Capital T. And yes,
it's who?
Because all that money, y'all in trouble. Because you got to think about it. Michael Parsons is going to get his 5th-year option. So that's $22 million on the books. You still got CeeDee Lamb new money about to kick in. And I think Dak Prescott new money about to kick in. Is that correct, Rob?
Yep, the new money starts this year.
Okay then. So in return, you're going to lose Zach Martin, D-Law, and
we ain't gonna lose
you're going to lose D-Law because both of them are in their 30s. You're going to lose D-Law. You can forget. You forget. My advice is you need to get younger defensive linemen.
D-Law too loyal to the Cowboys. D-Law ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, but guess what? When it comes to the money, it's going to come for the money bag. Between loyalty and money bag, guess what? The money bag talk business.
No,
and that's the way how I am.
D-Law, but look at D-Law. Look at Lawrence's contract now.
Lawrence contract. Okay, Lawrence contract. You got to be a free agent this year.
Okay,
whether you like it or not. And his value is going to be around about close to $14 million. And I don't think it's worth that $14 million anyway. If you sign to a one year deal.
Whoa. You said
yes, I said it.
Wait. You said DeMarcus Lawrence is not worth his contract?
Come on now, you've been injured. And you know it.
Injured is one thing, but look what he did out his whole career with Dallas.
Whole career. Did produce you to get to the NFC Championship game, no Super Bowl. Did it produce you to improve your running defense, was ranked dead last in the league? Because he was part of the problem.
But check this out. DeMarcus Lawrence, every season, besides last season, he was in the top 3 for sacks. Because via DE to sit there and produce like that, and he was up there with tackles, bro. So he was in the top 3. He was in the top 3 for sacks except for last year. Give credit when credit too.
How do I work that?
I don't hear none of your DEs or defensive line from the Orange Horsemen in the top 3 for almost 8 seasons in sacks.
I'm sorry, because ours are unknown. The only one that's coming up is Bonito. That's it. Other than that, we're talking about Cowboy D-Law. We're talking about Michael Parsons. He's coming up. But guess what? We're talking about your guys. We're talking about your guys that's coming for money, and you don't have the money to afford them. So if I was Stephen Jones, you don't have the money for it.
Yes, you do. Don't think Jerry digging that piggy bank to pick a D-Law. We'll keep DeMarcus Lawrence. Unfortunately, Zach Martin might retire.
I'm glad he'll retire.
Zach Martin might retire.
My advice to you, that was saying, this is what's problem with the dysfunctional family of the Dallas Cowboys, that for the past roughly before Jerry Jones took back the control for drafting, Stephen Jones was actually drafting the team.
Yeah.
Like Travis Frederick, Zach Martin, I think who else? Was it Tyron Smith was years back. And that's where Ezekiel Elliott and Dak Prescott fell in his lap.
Yeah.
Now since Jerry Jones took over the draft again, you haven't drafted good, decent players. Oh yeah, he drafted Michael Parsons, Stephen Jones. No, I think it was Jerry Jones, probably the only one. But that's not the topic. But the point is this: it was Stephen. Okay, thank you. So let's tell you something.
Yeah.
Jerry Jones can't draft players, impact players. See, Jerry Jones is one of the type of owners slash GM slash VP slash everything you can name the title that want to draft box office. And I got a problem with that with Jerry Jones. And another thing is this: Jalen Hurts is in his prime right now, and Jaden Daniels, you're going to deal with them for the next 10 years. I don't know who the New York Giants get, and quite frankly, I don't give a damn. The point is this: that if I was y'all, I'll start drafting players and develop it while you can build up your cap space. Because as long as you got CeeDee in the books for $36 million, as long as you got Dak Prescott for near $60 million, correct? $60 million, Rob?
Yep.
And then Michael Parsons going to want his money, but chances are he wants to go back. He wants to go home to Philadelphia. So what you going to do?
We're gonna get Mike. We're gonna
He
sign
wants
Micah.
to be the highest paid defensive player.
He's
Too.
gonna be that. No, not he wants to be. He's going to be. Four.
Okay.
I mean, look at he did every season. Every season his numbers. Every season his numbers improve.
Sir. Between y'all two, y'all talked for 20 minutes and we sat back. Now both y'all shut up for a minute.
I say my piece.
I done hit this gavel about 8 times and y'all ass is still talking. Shut up. I ain't want to be like last week, but I'm going to have to be like this because y'all two over here having a grudge match over a terrible team that's trying to be great again. Sound like this guy.
Boy, don't do that. Don't do that.
Shut up.
Ooh.
Shut up.
Ooh.
Y'all both sound like
Mark,
orange man run the country. Shut up. Anyways, point is with this Cowboy team. You need to be like us. You need to get younger. You've had this defense for 5 years now. Y'all haven't gone anywhere except to the upper room. That's all y'all been at. And Antonio, I don't know what you laughing for because we've been in upper room since 2015. So I don't know what you laughing about. We just became relevant. Shut up too.
Don't you start.
I'm finishing it. Y'all already started it. I'm finishing it.
He actually is. I don't blame him.
I've been talking about this and jabbering about all this. Get younger. Your team is old.
Yeah, they
Your
are.
team is old. Everybody on the team that is starters are old. Zach Martin is old. Dak Prescott is old. DeMarcus Lawrence is old. The only people that are young on the team is Micah Parsons, Rico Dowdle, and probably CeeDee Lamb. That's really it. Everybody else is old.
Well, they're getting old part from Jerry Jones.
No, you gotta understand. They've been no, you understand.
Ashley, don't do it, Ashley.
See them in the 49ers, they've been near the top of the NFC for 5 straight years. Those 5 years, those teams, see, that's what you get. Talking about Jerry Jones, and you drop the clothes. That's what you get. Man, my clothes is in the bucket. I ain't in the bucket yet. I'm still out. Point is, both these teams, the 49ers and the Cowboys, they have been relevant for 5 seasons, and both of them have not gone anywhere but to the upper room, and their teams are getting older, and they never got players to help them get younger so that they can still be relevant. They kept the same players, they kept the same guys to see if they can keep kicking the bucket. The problem is the rest of the teams, just like Kansas City, they've gotten younger. KC got younger. The Eagles
now they got younger. They got Africans playing for their team.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying they've gotten younger.
Them boys. The way they playing.
Hey, didn't I tell you done talking? Y'all talk for 20 minutes. You ain't talking no more right now. Exactly. These teams that are in the playoffs right now, they are young. They're young. They've got pieces they've kept pieces that are still available to them because of what they kept their bases, but they're younger. KC last year had the youngest defense in the league.
They did.
And they won because of the defense. And they're still the second youngest defense in the league right now. And they're still winning because they kept their bases the same.
You said KC. You said Kansas City won because of their defense last year.
Stop talking.
I'm just asking the question. I'm asking you a question.
Handle it. Handle it. Press that button on him. Thank you. I told him stop talking. Point is, these teams that have been relevant, the Cowboys, the 49ers, all these teams that are just old, have old players. You got to get younger. The league is getting young, and you ain't getting no older. CMC is getting old. We're just going to call it spade a spade. CMC is old, and he's injury prone. Find another running back to help out Brock Purdy so you can stay relevant. Dallas, just go ahead and just dismantle this team. Start fresh. If you're going to get Kellen Moore, start fresh. Let him build this team to what he wanted to be. End of discussion. Y'all made a 20-minute argument that could have been done in 2 minutes. Damn. I know you like to see that man suffer and all, but damn. Damn.
I'm cold blooded.
Well, right now we're about to head out. We're about to head out for the evening, but right now, from what it looks like, it's looking like right now that Ryan Day is about to be forgiven.
Yep. This is like TCU and Michigan all over again.
Oh God, Lord, yes, unfortunately, yes. But that's what happens when you spend all that money in NIL to make sure you have the best roster in college football. This is what's supposed to happen.
They did the LA Rams. F the money.
Yeah. They say F them. They say F them. F the. Well, the NFL will be F them
Rams
pick,
said F
but
the
this
pick.
one
They
ain't
said
F
F
that
the
money.
Yep.
Oh, Ohio State say F this. We gonna spend money.
Look,
And,
you know they're
and
winning
they
when
spend.
LeBron James is in the building, so you know they spent some money.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know he got some money from his college. You know he got some money to give from his college. You know what I'm saying? You know he got a school. You go ahead and get some of that money up to Ohio State. Make sure you get out of little players real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look. Can't get right. As much as you say, right now in the college football world, if you ain't got the money, you ain't winning no championship.
That's true. That's what it's looking like.
Well, they better spend some more of the money next year because Michigan will spend the money and they coming for blood.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Michigan. Yeah.
Michigan got like one of the top quarterbacks in the country next year.
The number one.
Ooh, big problem.
Mm-hmm.
But we gonna get out of here for the evening. The championship week is coming. College football season is about to be over. I don't know why Notre Dame still wants to run the ball with them being down 20.
They ain't run the ball, sir. They
down
do a
24.
screen. They do a screen.
With them being down 24, I won't be running anything. But anyways,
Mr. Love, you might just go ahead and just sit on the bench. You ain't
thank
coming
you
back
very. Yeah. Jeremiah Love, I don't know why you even on the field, but we're gonna get out the hair for the evening. Sunday coming up, we got the divisional weekend. Actually not divisional. We got championship Sunday coming up. We are Philly, Washington, Buffalo, Kansas City is remaining. Who will survive? We'll find out sooner or later. Thank you. At least you're being fair. At least I started it. At least you could finish it. Yeah. But we don't get out the hair for the evening. We'll see y'all on. We'll see
We're going in
y'all
the
on.
morning, or we don't know.
We'll be here Sunday morning. Like it's nothing new. Sunday morning. We gotta have to call these games out because there's only 2 games on. 1 at 3, 1 at 6. So we'll start in the morning, first thing in the morning. We'll talk about it, and then we might have an aftermath later on, so we talk about the Super Bowl. But until then, we're out of here. Y'all have a good week. We'll see y'all on Championship Sunday. Take care of each other. Look out for each other. Y'all have a blessed and safe week. See y'all.
Peace, everyone. Good night.